Welcome to Flemington on this magnificent Penfolds Derby Day since 1855, and the crowds are here. We're expecting over 70,000 people here. Please stay.
Group 1, J-Mac. Let's follow it.
And they're racing.
It's going well. And Gold Rush Guru won the Derby.
This is one of the stories of the day, if not the week.
Jamie Carr's a remarkable day. Just takes another amazing twist.
Through droughts and floods, from world wars to pandemics, the Melbourne Cup has united a country on the first Tuesday in November for 164 years. And today, fabulous Flemington turns on its greatest day.
Australia's great race about to get underway. And they're racing. They come across towards the inside. Knight's Choice Warp Speed, they hit the line. It's a photo finish. Knight's Choice has won the Lexus Melbourne Cup.
Wow, pinch me, I think I'm dreaming. I can't believe it, I don't even know what to say.
Ladies' Day, it's Crown Oaks Day here at Flemington. Beautiful conditions.
One of Australia's oldest classics, the Crown Oaks, and they're racing. Treasure the moment, it's one to save. Treasure the moment, won the Oaks.
And what a sight it is. Flemington here, and it is looking a peach.
Welcome to Champion Stakes Day at Flemington. Tabs Champion Stakes. We've got the sprint, we've got the mile, we've got the stakes, we've got the champions. It is a magnificent day. Perfect weather conditions where over 223,000 people have come through the gates at fabulous Flemington for what has been an awesome Melbourne Cup Carnival 2024. The champions have all been running through. There's been so many stories, and Francesca Kamani and Billy Slater join me on the desk as we recap the first 3 days with probably the biggest day of racing in Australia, not probably, the biggest day of racing in Australia about to unfold in front of us today. How are you, Francesca?
Really well, thanks, Eddie. Good to see you, Billy, as well. Can't wait for more horseback interviews. But what we've had already this week is amazing. You watch that recap and you think, geez, that was only last Saturday that it started. 3 incredible days on the track so far. And like you say, the best could still be to come with the fields that we've got brought together today.
Penfolds Victoria Derby Day, great day for J-Mac and also for Chris Waller. But it was Jamie Carr Day. She had a nose broken. She got rubbed out for 10 meetings. She won for Cole McKenna and then she won the Derby. Unbelievable. She'll be joining us on the desk at some stage throughout the course of this afternoon. Then, of course, the Melbourne Cup. There it is again. The rank outsider, Robbie Dolan, the magical voice of Robbie Dolan. He's singing, he's riding. He was up at Ipswich over the last couple of days and he's back here today to celebrate. It was one of the great stories. And Sheila Laxon becoming the first woman to train 2 Melbourne Cup winners. And then, of course, Oaks Day, we had Treasure the Moments. And Damien Lane's second Oaks win, having won in 2018, was just so many great stories throughout the course of the week.
Well, this place turns battlers into champions. You look at the Robbie Dolan story, that's incredible. But the drama-filled Derby Day for Jamie Carr, like I was up close and personal with that, and those storylines are amazing. You know, the Group 1s, the emotions that the jockeys show directly after they just win some of the biggest races of their life. So it's been a great week, but I think today's going to take the cake.
What about your bromance with James McDonald?
Well, I talk to him every second race. I'm running out of questions.
Well, you might have to get a few today because it's a big chance. He's the only jockey to have won 7 carnival events 3 times. So 7 races in the carnival 3 times, and his record of 10 is on the line today. Francesca, it is an amazing day today. The stake winnings are about $160 million for the horse competing. All roads lead to Flemington on Champion Stakes Day these days, and it's wonderful to see the big names coming for the big races.
Yeah, it's been brilliant having the kind of switch around of races, so putting what was your Manicato on Champions Day, making it the Champion Stakes. So we've got the sprint, the mile, and the mile and a quarter race. Great prize money up for grabs in all of them, but you don't always get the right horses turning up. But this year, more so than ever, we've got all the big names in the sprint. We've got Giga Kick, we've got Bella Nipotina, we've got Sunshine in Paris, all the horses that finished behind pretty much. Her record down the straight is going to be so interesting. She's 0 from 10 so far, so can she put that behind her today? And then in the mile, we've got Mr. Brightside. What a star he's been. Pride of Jenny. Can she kick and dominate again? But plenty of other chances in that race too, including Fangirl. Including Fangirl. Massively. I think it's really open, the mile, actually. You can give loads of horses chances. And in the Champion Stakes, I've got to say, I think the Champion Stakes is a bit more of an easy puzzle to solve. Without a Fight last year's Melbourne Cup winner, he's returning for the first time over a mile and a quarter. The Caulfield Cup winner Duke de Sessa reappears, but they've all got to beat the Sistina.
Isn't that a race for the ages? But last year's Melbourne Cup winner, this year's Caulfield Cup and Cox Plate winners, that's a race for the ages. And then you've got the rivalry between Mr. Brightside and Pride of Jenny in the mile.
And incredibly with the stakes is that they're all up first up after the Melbourne Cup, after the Caulfield Cup, and after winning the Cox Plate. Now, Via Sistina beat Winx's track record. Okay, so we'll put that in perspective. Beat Winx's track record. Do you reckon there's half a chance you could beat Mackay Divas today? It's a little bit windy. I don't know. It's a bit of a hard ask, of course, but wouldn't that be something?
And the weather's been great, so the track is in great condition for her to do it.
I think what helped her beat the track record at Moonee Valley was the fast tempo set by Pride of Jenny. So if you haven't got that kind of leader in there, it makes it a little bit harder.
I'm just looking for the story, Francesca. I'm trying to get it going as much as possible.
Being the realist.
I'm putting the mayonnaise on everything today. It's absolutely sensational. I'm just loving it. It's such an amazing day. The champions of the turf all there. The jockeys in great form. The trainers in great form. Let's go to Clint Stanaway. He's in the park. He's been in magnificent form over the 3 days so far. Good on you, Clint. Welcome aboard, buddy.
Good afternoon, Eddie. Thank you so much. It is, of course, Family Day today here at Flemington. Tab Champions Day. Girls.
Good morning, Clint. It's been impressive, and well, it's the last day. It's Stakes Day, Family Day, a little bit more relaxed, but the fashion still just as impressive. And just, I've been talking off camera. It's our first time at the races, but we've been impressed with the fashion on Derby Day, Cup Day.
2,000 metres. It is an absolute epic day of the champions, and we're in for a fantastic afternoon of sport. Let's go down to the Manning Yard now. James Bracey, Grace Ramage, and David Gately have been doing great things for us over the first 3 days of the carnival. Welcome aboard, everybody, and let's find a winner.
Hello again, Ed. Yes, we're hoping so, and a real good chance, you'd imagine, too, with this quality of racing today. What a privilege it's been throughout this Cup Carnival. But down here in the Mounting Yard, alongside Grace and Gator and guys today, a stacked 9-race card where we'll be searching for some winners and quality wherever you look.
Yeah, I mean, as a true racing fan, a big nerdy racing fan, as I say myself, this is the day, Gator, that I've been most looking forward to, because it is a clash of the titans in each of the 3 Group 1s.
Yeah, I think that was the objective, wasn't it, when they came up with the concept of Tab Champion Stakes Day. It hasn't come to fruition. It's effectively, we've been using the Olympics as an analogy all the way through. This is that, world-class racing, the best racing, the best.
Track conditions today, Gator?
Rail comes out 8 metres, so we saw late on the day on Thursday in the circle races, they were just edging off the inside a little bit. Run-on horses were certainly getting their chance. Without much wind today, I'm expecting a level playing field, perhaps off the inside, but again, run-ons to get their chance, Grace.
And when we're looking at the straight course, which we will be on a number of occasions today, including the Champion Sprint, definitely look for those horses that can get to the wider lanes. Drawn outside is a big advantage.
Love seeing these shots of the jockeys out there doing their pre-race business on the track, and James McDonald, one of those, and look at him chasing down today his Cup Carnival record of 10 wins. He sits on 7 after what's been an incredible few days for J Mack. He's there in the Via Sistina colours. We'll see them combine later today. He's at the top of his game, and Exhibit AU2 was that ride on Emelita in the Red Roses Stakes on Thursday.
Yeah, that's her last now in the Winx colours, if you don't mind, from gate 1. And Grace referenced the inside wasn't the place to be. They had a plan. He nailed it. And that's what the great riders do. Not only do they have the great natural talent, Grace, but they have a plan, they have a preparation that's unmatched, and then they have to go and execute.
Yeah, and look at that gap that he takes there. Fantastic footage from the jockey cam. We can see how tight that was, but he had the horse to be able to get into it. And he's incredibly brave, incredibly good at what he does, and that's why he keeps getting the scores on the board.
Yeah, and he's giving himself, J-Mac, as he arrives here at Flemington a little earlier today, he's given himself every chance, hasn't he, with these 8 rides from the 9 races here today. J-Mac, he's been smelling the roses, quite literally pulling a few petals off as he's walked in each day. I'm assuming he did so before we shot him there today, but we're giving the Eliminator the first task today of looking ahead to the VRC Champions Mile. Grace and Gator, the algorithm, that's what it's come up with. What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, the whole point of the Eliminator is that the computer says these horses can win, the rest cannot. But Gator, this is one of the races of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, how rude is the computer today?
Yeah, look, I have stern words for the computer. We have to add Pride of Jenny back in and broadsiding back in Tripper Query, but still, he's a star.
He's only 4th up for the campaign.
Yeah.
He can definitely win.
All right, now that's one of the 3 Group 1s here, each worth $3 million when they go back to back to back later on today. And these, your tips for the big 3.
So my tip in the sprint is Bellatrix Star each way, the 3-year-old filly. Clearly I'm cheering for Mr. Brightside in the mile, and Via Sistina looks the one to beat, Gator.
Yeah, well, she's the banner horse after what she did in the Cox Plate, which she turned into far lap. I'm going to go Barraquil in the sprint, and Fangirl gets another go. Love her back to Flemington.
All right, they're the main races. What about something else we can look out for? Your best of the day across the 9 race card.
Well, I'm quite keen on Firestorm at the current price we're getting in the Matriarch Stakes. She's probably my best bet on the day, Gator.
I'm hoping to serve up a few aces with race 4, a horse called Nadal. He's been a different horse since the gelding operation, so give him strength.
All
Like
right,
what you did there.
looking for those 2.
Been
Grace
rehearsing.
coming in form 2, 5 from 9 on Oaks Day on Thursday. So can she back it up today? We'll find out very soon. On a massive day of racing, and we head over to Tony Jones.
Well, Damien Lane joins us now. Full book today, mate.
Yeah, busy day, so looking forward to it.
Let's go through your Group 1s. You've got Private Life in the sprint, back in distance.
Yeah, he's had 4 weeks now in between the guineas in this race, so he's freshened up well. So whether he's good enough, we'll have to wait and see. But he's a quality colt, and yeah, he's worth a shot at the race.
Amelia's Jewels in the second year Group 1s.
Yeah, she bounced back to a good bit of form last week. She was narrowly touched off by a tissue. Very good race, obviously, so she's going to need to be at her best again, but she's very honest.
Deny Knowledge in the stakes, 5th in the Caulfield Cup. The run before that was pretty good.
Yeah, both the last 2 starts have been very good. She's comes in with career best form, meets a very tough field. It's going to be hard to see anything beating Via Sistina the way it went in the Cox Plate, but it's a horse race and anything can happen.
Race 1, you got Far Flung, about a $13 chance at the moment. What can you tell us about this?
He's a nice horse who has a good turn of foot on him. He'll need the right run in this race to win, but he's got some talent.
As I said, a full booked.
And it's great. It was Ampol Stakes Day once upon a time, then the mighty Emirates Stakes and Family Day, and now you've got the families, you've got the fun, you've got the fashions, and you've got the champions on Tab Stakes Day. It is an absolute belter of a day of racing. The crowds are building up nicely. We're getting set for race 1, Royal McDonald House Charities Mile over 1,600 metres. That's next on 9's Wide World of Sports coverage of Tab Champion Stakes Day.
Flemington's a unique place because it has this magical aura about it.
Cornerstone it is Flemington and all its glory today.
Flemington is a beautiful racecourse. It's my favourite piece of real estate in the world. I often ride from home to go to the track when there's no races there, just to soak up the atmosphere, and you pretend you can hear the ghosts of champions past.
The history is the first thing that strikes you. You just immediately think about some of the great Melbourne Cup winners and the champions of the turf as soon as you walk in here. And then you go and have a little chat to Bart, who's standing there at the 50-metre mark.
beautiful track to ride, Flemington. You know, the atmosphere is fantastic. When you're talking Cup Week, you've usually got 80,000 plus there. It's just a beautiful track. They've got the crowd on the inside there on Cup Week. It's a massive atmosphere.
I've ridden all around the world and all around Australia, and there's nothing like Flemington because it's not like a tight turning track where you need luck and you need this and that to happen. Leaders can win, horses in the back can win. It's just the best horse in the race.
The amazing sights at Flemington. Tab Champions Day today, of course. It is one of the biggest food and wine festivals in the world, one of the biggest fashion festivals with $750,000 worth of prizes this week. And one of the great gardens of the world with the beautiful blooming roses, not to mention the magnificent athleticism of the jockeys and the horses and the entrepreneurship of the amazing owners and, of course, the nous of the trainers. It brings everything together. It is an amazing week of sports. Let's go to a champion in her own right, Jelena Dokic.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, I am here with a very special person. I'm here with Mick Ryan. He's the head gardener, but also our incredible rose keeper here at Flemington. Welcome, Mick.
Thank you, Elena.
I first have to ask you, this is a special place, 16,500 rose bushes, the biggest in Southern Hemisphere. How do you get it to be looking so pristine, especially for this part of the year?
We start pruning in April, so that's our secret. It's about our timing of our pruning and relying on the Mother Nature and the Melbourne weather.
I was going to ask you about the weather because it's very unpredictable here in Melbourne. Does that play a big part?
It plays a massive part. In August, it was the hottest August on record, so I was nervous from August all the way till now. And a couple of days ago we had 30 degrees and 34 degrees and 80 km/h winds and good old Melbourne, just a lot of sleepless nights.
Now, when it comes to your passion with gardening and with roses, where does it come from? Because you've been here for 35 years.
Yes, I have been here for a long time. My dear mother, who just recently passed, she got me into roses. She loved her roses and she loved her gardening, and God bless her, yes, it all come from my mum.
Well, thank you for what you do. It's incredible. Thank you for your passion. We love it, and we look forward to more work from you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your last day.
Thank you, Lana. I'm looking forward to it.
Great stuff. Thanks very much, Jelena Dokic. They're the size of cabbages out here. They're magnificent, the roses. And if you like the smell of them, and I've been lucky enough to walk down to the Manning Yard throughout the course of the carnival, you can actually buy the scented candle now from the VRC. Go onto their website and have a go there. I've got one at home at the moment. It's just absolutely magnificent. The rose scented candles from Flemington.
Australia's great race about to get underway. The 164th running of the Lexus Melbourne Cup, and the field is set to go. And they're racing. Akita Sushi grabbed by Zardozi. Knight's Choice is coming through at any old price. And Warp Speed as well. Zardozi grabbed by Knight's Choice, and Warp Speed coming at it. Knight's Choice, Warp Speed, they hit the line. It's a photo finish. Knight's Choice is the winner. It is a rank outsider. Knight's Choice has won the Lexus Melbourne Cup.
Wow, pinch me. I think I'm dreaming. It's incredible. I can't believe it. I don't even know what to say.
One of the great enduring pieces of vision from the Melbourne Cup Carnival, Robbie Dolan and his family walking off the course with the Melbourne Cup in hand. Here it is. It's a little bit worse for wear too, Robbie boy.
Get your hands off it.
Oh, sorry. Okay. It looks like a few people have had their hands on it by this. It smells all right too. Hey, congratulations. Now, the last time you and I spoke on this very desk, you were rapt to be at Flemington and that you're in your first Melbourne Cup. Your father, your da, as we say in Ireland, Bobby was here with us. He's back home now, a celebrity, and you're getting carried around by Olympic gold medalists. How much has your life changed since Tuesday?
It's incredible. I said to my dad before he flew back, I said, you realise you'll probably never have to buy another drink for the rest of your life back home. And you know, it was just amazing to have him there, have my partner Christine and little Maisie there, and it still hasn't really sunk in, to be honest.
Now, the last time, as I said, we spoke, you said to me, whereabouts is this studio? Is it around the 200-metre mark? And is that the clock tower over there?
Yeah.
So you're still getting your landmarks. You certainly picked it up pretty quickly.
For sure. I said to myself, I'll wait till I get to the studio before I start moving. And well, it seemed to work, didn't it?
It worked beautifully. When did you know you had the horse underneath you at this stage? Because you were down the back of the pack, and that horse did not run one extra step that it needed to. It was magnificent, right?
Yeah, look, it was. I always felt they were going too quick, to be honest. I felt I would be a little bit closer in the run, but I was surrounded by all the horses who I thought I would be around anyway. Vauban was outside me, I had Absurd beside me, and I could always see the Godolphin horse just ahead of us as well. So I knew I had the right horses around me. I elected to ride him for a bit of luck, and we got the luck.
And Zardozi got up on the inside, the Godolphin horse, as you said there. You trailed in and away you went, the gap opened, and your horse was just magnificent.
Brilliant. The horse doesn't get enough credit. A lot of people, credit my ride and stuff, but the horse done the work at the end of the day. He's a great little horse. He's only a small little horse, but really tough and honest, and galloped all the way through the line.
Knight's Choice absolutely has changed your life. Sheila Laxon and John Simon. It's just wonderful to see John Simons, who's had a battle with cancer. Sheila becomes the first woman trainer to win 2 Melbourne Cups. But tell me about the microphone in hand. You and your new partner, Ronan Keating, who does the warm-ups for you these days.
Me and Ronan, we're good mates, that just come about after the race. It was funny, sort of before the race, Craig Williams said to me, he says, "Oh, did you see Ronan Keating?" And I said, "Yeah, I seen him." And then I said to him behind the barriers, Craig Williams, I said, "If you win this race, you get to meet Ronan Keating." Anyway, I won the race. After the line, Willow rocked up beside me and he said, "So I guess you're going to meet Ronan Keating then." And then, anyway, somebody put us in contact, and he asked me did I want to sing with him at the Oaks Ladies Lunch.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. But not only that, the shot of you and Ronan embracing, the two Irish boys coming together who have come to Australia. Now, Ronan was a star beforehand, but he's married in Australia now, lives in Sydney. But you came to Australia really with nothing other than hope in your heart. And you've built a family, and now you've become a major sporting figure in this country. It's an amazing story for a boy from Kildare in Ireland.
Yeah, thank you. There's the shots there with Ronan. He was actually telling me there that he had a bet on me. He had a good mate of his name is Barry Knight, and him and all his mates backed it because they had Knight in the name, Knight's Choice. So yeah, he probably made a heap of money off me as well.
Well, Knight's Choice.
That's probably why he let me sing with him.
Exactly, Knight's Choice. And Rob, what about the singing? It is something. Obviously, we saw you on The Voice. We saw you on Cox Plateau a couple of years back. Is that something you can actually seriously do while still performing as a top sportsman?
Look, it's difficult to juggle. I won't lie. It is difficult to juggle. I tried to do it after I finished The Voice and stuff, and it's a lot of people don't really take you serious. Do you want to be a singer? Do you want to be a jockey? And being a jockey is not easy. You really have to put 110% into it, or else you're not going to get the results.
Yeah.
But I think maybe some people might look at me a little bit different now.
Oh, mate, you've got the two parts to your life there. And, of course, up at Ipswich, it was like walking into the jockey's room in Ipswich, and it must have been amazing for you.
Yeah, it was good. Now, it was sort of... It was 40 degrees, to be honest. I was absolutely roasting. But it was good. I had a lot of old people and even young kids come up to me and say they really appreciate me just sort of going to Ipswich and showing my face and showing, that you still need to work hard even after you succeed in something.
Well, I love the fact you won 5% prize money. You had a win, a second and 2/3, so you had a good day out at Ipswich. But that all came up to a couple of $1,000 maybe with riding fees, having come off the back of $220,000. And what I loved was you said you've had enough posh food, you wanted some KFC on the way home.
Yeah, we got some KFC on the way home. It was good.
Good idea, mate. Well, we've got another sponsor for you there, okay?
There you go. Give us a shout, KFC.
Looking after you. But, Robbie, you've been sensational. What we've loved about you is the way you won as a champion, but the way you've behaved afterwards as an entertainer, but also somebody who has just embraced the whole day. Good on you.
Thanks very much.
Congratulations, Rob.
Appreciate it.
Good stuff. And Bobby's back home in County Kildare, not buying a Guinness for the rest of his life. We'll take a break. This is Champion Stakes Day for Tab, right here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. a superstar jockey alongside him. Good on James.
Certainly do. Amongst royalty down here with Francesca and the champion jockey that is James McDonald, Eddie, and he's on fire here at the Cup Carnival so far, trying to chase down his record of 10 wins, and he's got a pretty decent book of rides ahead of him today and sits on 7 from the 3 days of racing so far. James, great to have you here.
Hey, Bruce.
Really good to have you here, mate, because there's obviously a lot to look back at and a lot to look forward to today. And Via Sistina, we had you here the other day for the Cup and helping us talk before and after that. You were just itching to get out there on Via Sistina again. You get your chance today on the back of that Cox Plate victory.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal day, and the performance she put in that day was simply outstanding. So obviously it's been a long, slow build-up for the last 2 weeks. Obviously reliving what she did in the Cox Plate was phenomenal, breaking a track record of Winks, who everyone knows so well, and she's got to come back and do it again, which is always a question mark, because we have ridden some really good horses that have run in a Cox Plate, tried to back up 2 weeks later in this race, and it's not an easy task to do.
Do you think she was helped here by that really strong tempo on up front, and will you get that similar setup today?
I don't think it'll be as strong, but I expect it to be pretty genuine. But she's very adaptable. You know her very well. I won a Ramvet Stakes on her in the autumn off a very, very slow tempo, and she adapted really well. So slow, fast tempo doesn't really matter for her.
So she's one of your rides in the Group 1 races. Could you potentially do a clean sweep of the 3 big Group 1s today? Because you've got Via Sistina in the Champions Stakes, you've got Fangirl in the Mile, and you've got Sunshine in Paris in the Sprint.
Well, I'll be happy with just one, to be fair. I won't be too greedy, but maybe 2. I'll go with 2.
I think, Sunshine as well. Well, you like Fangirl, don't you? But I think Sunshine's got a great chance.
I love Fangirl as a horse. I think she's a phenomenal mare. She's been very good to me. And you know how you have an affinity with a horse and you really enjoy riding her? She's one of them. She's got an explosive turn of foot when she's right. And, she sets up really well today. I think she's the only horse that's been set for this race.
What do you make of that performance, eh?
Yeah, it wasn't ideal, but we rode her a little bit upside down. Horses obviously have their racing styles, and when they do get a bit out of a comfort zone, and like a horse like her, she's got a really good turn of foot, and I reckon I just used it a little bit too much too early, so we'll look to revert back to her similar tactics.
Sunshine in Paris, your other big hope that Francesca's a big fan of as well.
Yeah, she's a lovely mare. She's never far away. She's very consistent, and I think the difference with her, she's never been down the straight, but I'm looking forward to seeing her down the straight, because she tends to get a fair way back, and I reckon if we can race a couple of lengths closer, she'll be in striking distance to go. Bango.
I love how pumped you get about it before and then obviously after with your mate Billy as well. One thing we have noticed here, Francesca, is the routine of you when we've got our cameras on you and you walk in for your race day at Flemington, the smelling of the roses. Is it just here that this happens? Obviously the roses are so special here. Is this just a Flemington thing for you, and is there a certain amount of roses, a certain colour of roses? I want to know all the intricacies.
Well, I'm very superstitious, and ever since 4 years ago, I really embraced this carnival, and I've really enjoyed coming here to ride. And the first time I did it, I smelled 3 roses on the walk-in, and it's been pretty lucky for me, so I've just carried it on. And I love the atmosphere here. I love how it's so bright, vibrant, and it just pumps you up when you walk in.
And so any other superstitions? Lucky pants?
Yeah, jocks. And if I don't ride a winner with my goggles on, those goggles get thrown out.
Oh.
So the jocks.
I've had them a long time.
I'm glad we cleared that up. Now, your mate Robbie Dolan, it's been fun watching him after winning on Knight's Choice, and this was a beautiful moment for you two post-race. You got to watch it from here with us. It meant so much to him, and the story, it just never gets old, does it? Then going on and singing with Ronan and giving you a bit of flack along the way.
Yeah, it means so much to every jockey competing in that race. Like we said before, it's a race that changes a life, and I reckon Robbie will be the same. Not that he's been a superstar singer for a long time, so he's well known, but he loves being a jockey. He's very passionate about it, and he's a very good one at that. So it was a huge thrill to see him win it.
Great to have you here, J-Mac.
Thanks, guys.
I know you and Billy have developed a bit of a rapport behind the barriers too, mate. So hopefully there's a few more interviews between you two coming later today.
Thanks, guys.
You can get off your box now.
Yeah, I'm not that tall, you know.
Go on, jump off it.
Nah.
Oh, he's a bloody good sport, this guy. Good on you, J-Mac. Always a treat